So your business was diesel sellers and you started that. How did that get transformed into a TV show?
So it's interesting. We started the business back in 2012. And in 2012, Facebook didn't really have any rules or algorithms, or, I mean, it was just kind of the Wild West out there. And if you posted something, it could go viral with no rhyme or reason behind it. So we started this page about trucks because we originally bought and sold trucks, and we still do. That's one of my businesses. We have a truck dealership. But basically, we would take the trucks that we were buying for resale, and we would post videos of them because these were unique trucks, unique vehicles, and we would put those videos on Facebook, and the videos started getting like hundreds of thousands of views like overnight. And so we realized that we were onto something, and so we took that and we built it into a community, a Facebook community, which was called like Diesel Trucks for Sale or something. And I realized that that wasn't a very catchy business name, so we came up with the Diesel Sellers business name, and that turned into less focus on the trucks and more focus on us as the guys that were driving them and showing them and doing these goofy things. And so we took that a step further and started creating YouTube content, which was like pranks with the trucks and pretty much anything automotive related, but not only automotive related. It was automotive meets lifestyle. And we had a couple of videos that went crazy viral. And Jay Leno originally saw one of those videos, and he called us and he's like, "Hey, this prank is hilarious. I love it. I want to have you guys on the show." Yeah, it was wild. So he had us on the show on a segment that he used to do called Prank You Very Much. And the day after that show aired, our phone just started ringing nonstop from different networks all over the place. And we really didn't want a TV show because we had heard all the horror stories about, these people. It's like the guy at the mall that gives you his card, right? And he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna make you a model. I'm gonna make you famous." And we're like, "Nah, we didn't believe that that was something that could actually happen." Or on the other side of it, we didn't want to become the Kardashians. We didn't want to become these people that were, being made to look silly on TV. Until one day, Discovery, like one of the top producers, called us because we've been blowing them off forever. And this guy says, "Hey, I want you guys to know, we're Discovery. Like, we're not some talent agency. We are Discovery Corporate, and we're going to guarantee you guys 8 shows in a season. And all you have to do is just let us come film." And so at that point, I was like, okay, let's take it a little more seriously. They came out, filmed a pilot, loved us, and we just started filming and it never stopped. So that's kind of how that evolved. And out of that TV show, we've created a bunch of different spin-off, both on YouTube, online, Facebook, and on TV, a bunch of different series. And, it was originally all based around the trucks, but my goal was to branch out of that just because trucks are cool and I love them, but that's like this much of my life. I do so many other things. And so that's kind of how the TV show was born. When it aired on or on a Discovery Channel back in January 2016, it was their #1 new series premiere that had aired like in 50 years or something. It's some crazy number. Yeah. So the show did really well. And they originally were hoping that the show would, go into the automotive niche and kind of cater to those 35 to 65-year-old men who want to watch cars and trucks get fixed. But it quickly became a family show. It became a show that moms and dads and kids and basically everyone from the babies to the grandparents were watching together because it wasn't just about trucks. It was about us and our lives and our families and the stuff that we do and the goofy, pranks and things like that. So it became something that it was never intended to be, but it became exactly what I would have hoped it to become, if that makes any sense, because like I said, just working on trucks and cars, it's too little for me. I think bigger than that, I guess.
Yeah, I can kind of understand the like the concern about being niched into one area.
Right. And the thing about a niche is you need a niche to get started. And the trucks are kind of where that catalyst that got us out there and, people started recognizing us. And then from there, it's just a matter of what you do with it and how you leverage that platform. And we've been fortunate enough to leverage it in ways that other automotive creators and TV show talent didn't do. They kind of got stuck.
Yeah, there's actually something to that, right? You can get your one shot at kind of popularity, and then there are things you have to do to keep that going or to grow it, right? Otherwise, you can just fade away.
Right, exactly. So that's the thing that I didn't want to have happen. See, I think so many people, and this is a important point for kind of everybody right now, anybody who's trying to become relevant or an influencer or anything like that. The harder you try to be relevant, the less successful you're going to be, because it's obvious, right? You see those people that are out there constantly doing things to try to get people's attention, and a lot of times they're doing things that aren't natural to them. They're doing things that they think people want to see, but if the camera wasn't rolling, they might not be doing that specific thing,
They're
and it's
acting.
obvious. They're acting, and so
Yeah, yeah.
we're not actors. We're legitimately just guys with a lot of different interests, and we have the resources and the ambition and sometimes stupidity to pursue these things, and it's worked. People can tell that it's natural, it's authentic, and there's been times where we've kind of gone dark on both social media and TV because we weren't really doing anything that we felt we needed to share at that time. And I think that is where you see people able to step up to the next level, because it's growth, right? You can't, like you were saying, if you get stuck in that same world for too long, you become stagnant, you become stale, and you have two options: either just disappear and become completely irrelevant, or try too hard and continue to try to like be front and center. And neither one of those were great options for us. And so we just decided to keep living and growing and doing new things. And when we found something that we were excited about, we turned the camera on and it worked.